welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophie and this is yet another ridiculously large charity shop book haul. I have no self-control. This is the result of 3 visits to charity shops and I was so good. In the first one I got 2 books and then it got out of hand. So I'm going to show you what I've got. There's a range here of middle grade, YA, adult, fiction, non-fiction, Christmas, classics, you name it, it's here in a pile in front of me. So I'm just going to jump in. So the first 2 books that I got were 50p each, and that's why I thought I was doing really well, because I bought 2 books and I left the shop. Happy days. I got The Martian by Andy Weir, just because I've heard so much about this and I just wanted to give it a go. And then I got Christmas Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. Again, that was 50p. Heard really mixed reviews about the Shopaholic series, but I just thought if it's a Christmas one, that might be a good one to give it a go on. So that's where I thought, Soph, you're showing some control, you're showing some restraint, you've got this, girl. Yeah, that didn't happen. So then I went to the charity shop where it is 6 books for £2. That's where it went downhill. So I ended up getting 18 books for £6, which I think is absolutely incredible. I got 3 Things About Elsie, which is a stunning hardback in pristine condition. I don't know a lot about it. I know it's about an elderly lady, but it's just one of those books, you know, you see it a lot, and I'm like, I just want to give it a go. I don't know, I'm intrigued. I see it a lot, it's got a pretty cover. Let's give it a go. If you've read it, know anything about it, please let me know. The next one is very random, and that is The Wolves of Time, Journeys to Heartland by William Horwood. I know this is the first in the series, and I don't know really what it is about it that drew me in. I guess it's the cover, because the back doesn't give a lot away. But I mean, look at that inside page. Isn't that amazing? That is absolutely stunning, and I didn't realise until I got home it's signed as well. But all I know is this author, he's written various series, I believe, sort of like of a nature animal sort of vein, so I'm excited to give it a go and find out a little bit more. Please excuse me, I have a huge bag beside me that I've got to pop all these back in, because if it's in one bag, it doesn't look like I brought a crazy amount in a house. My crazy story. Anyway, the next one I got, totally covered by, that's False Lights by KJ Whitaker. Look how stunning that is. And I know this is a bit almost like a history retelling, but if something changed. So this is what if Napoleon had won the Battle of Waterloo. And yeah, it's just a little bit like, what would happen if that was the case? But it's just absolutely beautiful. It is stunning. So I'm intrigued. Right. Then I kind of went down the middle grade book route. I felt I should give Jacqueline Wilson another go. I feel that maybe the last book that I got from her wasn't really good and got me really cross, but I had really good experience reading her as a kid, so I thought, there's a few books here, I've not read them before, let's try again. Maybe that was just a one-off. So I've got 2 paperback, 2 hardback. The hardbacks I've got are Katie. I haven't read the back of any of these. I kind of want to go in a little bit blind on these ones. That just says, can you still fly if you can't walk? So I'm intrigued. It looks in really nice condition. Next one, The Butterfly Club. That looks like an awesome cover, so I'm intrigued. Shiny. To give that a go. We have got Queenie and My Sister Jodie. So I'm looking forward to giving her another go. We will see. Be a bit more optimistic going in this time. Now, middle grade. Not books that I tend to go for, but as you'll see when I show you a couple of these, there was no way I could not get these. The first one I picked up was a definite cover buy, and that is Tin. I mean, that is an amazing cover to me. I'm going to read the back, which is what really drew me in. Orphan Christopher works for Mr. Absalom, an engineer of mechanical children. He's happy being the only real boy among his scrap metal buddies made from bits and bobs until an accident reveals an awful truth. What follows is a remarkable adventure as the friends set out to discover who and what they are and even what it means to be human. And that just drew me in completely. I was like, I need to read this book. I need to find out what this is about. The next one I picked up, The 1,000-Year-Old Boy. And again, it was cover by kind of, but I'm going to read you the back, and that's also what drew me in. So Alfie Monk is like any other nearly teenage boy, except he's 1,000 years old and can remember the last Viking invasion of England. So when everything Alfie knows and loves is destroyed in a fire, and the modern world comes crashing in, Alfie embarks on a mission to find friendship, acceptance, and a different way to live, which means finding a way to make sure he will eventually die. There are lots of stories about people who want to live forever. This is not one of those stories. This is a story about someone who wants to stop. And that sounds amazing. And I suppose maybe I misjudged middle grade. I didn't realise that I was going to be so drawn in, and I haven't even read it yet, and I can't wait. So the other ones I got The Goldfish Boy. That was a cover by it. I don't know anything about this. I'm intrigued. And then Looking for JJ, which I believe is more a YA. But after reading the other two, the backs and that, I just thought, this person who's obviously donated these books have really good taste, I think. Fingers crossed. So I picked these up as well. Right, did I get anything else in that one? Of course I got more in that one. Right, fiction-y wise, they had the novella to go with the Twilight series, the short Second Life of Britannia. So I had to pick that up. I'm really going to have to start these Twilight books. Right, oh my god, the book's fallen to my... Oh no, I have so many books left. I got The Secret Life of Bees. Again, this is just a booktube made me buy it. I've heard so much about it on YouTube, and I was really excited to see it. Dear John by Nicholas Sparks. I've not read any Nicholas Sparks before. I believe there was a film about this, and I think, is this the film the other half bought me, and I thought I'm going to read the book first. Maybe it is. But anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that. Cat Who Came for Christmas, because it's a cat and it's Christmas. Oh, and then I found a copy of The Lovely Bones. I'm really looking forward to reading that. Again, that's a book you made me buy it. So many people I know have read this and loved it, and I thought, we're doing it. We found it. We're doing it. Right, the last two books I got in that charity shop. Oh my goodness. I got Barry Humphrey's My Life as Me, a memoir. And basically, I got this because I believe this is the person that played Dame Edna. Yes, it is. I thought it was. And a lot of my friends will know, Dame Edna was sort of around when I was a bit younger, and I remember ended up calling everyone possums, and it became a thing in like an English school play, and much to the horror of one of our teachers, and we just called each other possum and that, and I don't know, that one character had quite an influence on that really daft teenage aspect of my life. So when I saw this, I thought, I'm going to give this a go. And then How to Lead Your Team and Keep the Right Balance, a story about Tom the Magician and a leadership workbook. And I'm into anything that's managerial type leadership, so I'm there for it. That's that charity shop. That's a lot of books, and then just to really prove how little self-control I have, we're now on the second bag. Oh, I need a bigger house. And then I went to the charity shop where hardbacks 20p, paperbacks 10p. Yeah. Okay, where do I start? I got one book that was on my TBR. How brilliant is that? I actually showed that a little bit of self-control. I got Becoming by Michelle Obama for 20p. This is in perfect condition. This book has not been read, but I really want to read it. So I was over the moon because I nearly did buy this brand new for like 10, 20 quid, whatever it was. So when I saw this, I was like, I'm having that. And I did. I got another Terry Pratchett for 20p. I got Hogfather. I mean, how cool does that look? Don't know anything about it, but I'm determined to read the Terry Pratchett, so really pleased to find that. Was that on hardbacks? No, I got a little hardback. This is Red Herrings and White Elephants, the origins of the phrases we use every day. That looks really cool. Bold as brass, cold feet, cock and ball, currying favour and off the cuff, and of course Red Herrings and White Elephants, We use these phrases every day, and yet we only have the vaguest idea of where they come from. So I'm quite looking forward to that, learning about all the origins of the things that we say. I think that could be a bit of fun. That's probably going to be like a dip in and out of, rather than sit and read the whole thing. Oh, there's so many books still in front of me. I got 2 classics, both by Anthony Trollope. I got The Small House at Allington and Framley Parsonage. Don't know anything about them, never heard of the author, but I want to be reading classics. So 10p each. They jumped into, no, do you know what, they didn't jump in the basket, because every time I go in there, I go, Sophie, you're not getting a basket, because you're only going to get 1 or 2 books. And then I ended up today going to the checkout with a stack like that. And they just laugh at me every time. Every time I walk in, it's like, Soph, get a basket. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Oh, no, do you know what I did? Get an extra book in that shop with over 50p each. And that is the Penguin Book of Ghost Stories. Just because it appealed. Oh, the writing is so tiny. But anyway, looking forward to that. Right, back to the other one where the paperbacks, everything now was 10p each. And I don't even know where to start. The next one was a cover by. That's The Ministry of Utmost Happiness. Look how stunning that is. And I know I got, in my last haul, a book by the same author. Yeah, I got The God of Small Things. So it was really strange to find that one this time. This is in stunning condition, but it's just absolutely beautiful. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I got 2 books by Stephen Fry. I think these are fiction books from him. Making History and The Stars Tennis Balls. But I absolutely love Stephen Fry, and I've been waiting to come across some books from him for ages, so I was really pleased to find those. I've got a book now by one of my favourite authors. It's a non-fiction by Robin Sharma, and that is The Greatness Guide. I absolutely love his books. He wrote The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and loads of other books. I don't even know if they're listed in here. The 5am Club, I think that was his. Absolutely love that book. That was one of my favourite books, and I've got at least another 1 or 2 over there from him, but couldn't believe it when I saw this, and I never even heard of this. So this, for 10p, is probably my absolutely epic pick. I got 12 Years a Slave. I knew there was a film out about it, and somehow I missed the fact it was based on a true story, but I think this is something that we should all know about, what actually happened. So when I saw this, I thought, I'm picking it up. What else have we got? We're nearly there. There's 6 books left. We might have done by tea. Yeah, okay. All the Things We Didn't Say, that was a cover by, and just look, that's really cool. It's by Sarah Shepherd, not an author I've ever heard of. All families have secrets, but this is one that could destroy everything. I don't know. You know when you just read the back of a book and you're like, I think I'm going to like that. I know nothing about it. I want it. Never heard anyone recommend it, but that's for me, and that's what this book was. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Now I know this is the first in the series. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know where I've heard of it. But when I saw it, I was like, so if you wanted to read that, pick it up. And I'm like, don't remember anything about it, but that's another stunning cover. What is it with the covers? I've been so lucky. This one, The Swan Kingdom, I don't know anything about it. It just says on the front, what if fairy tales were real? And I thought, yes, that sounds right up my street. I'm kind of a bit intrigued about that. Yeah, okay, know nothing about it. If you do, let me know. If you know anything about these books, all the ones that I'm like, I have no idea anything about them, please let me know. The next one, I got my first Mills and Boon. And I don't know why it's taken me so long to pick one up, but this one is Her Christmas List. And initially I picked it up because it said Christmas. And then it's got 3 stories in, one about a paramedic, one about a nurse, and one about an ER surgeon. And I was just like, so it's a Mills and Boon, but it's medics, and that's just meant for you to pick up for 10p. You're having that. And then it made it home. Then I got 2 non-fiction to finish this off. The Invention of Nature by Andrea Wolf, and there's just a couple of questions on the back. It was, why are more things named after Alexander von Humboldt than anyone else who's ever lived? How did he invent the way we see nature? And what can we still learn from his adventures today? So I know this is a biography about this Alexander von Humboldt, and look how stunning that cover is. So I'm intrigued to give that a go. And the last book, Map of a Nation by Rachel Hewitt. and that is the biography of the Ordnance Survey. And again, it was just something that I thought would be just really interesting. You know, with a lot of our event planning, we use Ordnance Survey maps. We've actually got the Ordnance Survey headquarters about 40 minutes away from us. I've covered events there before, and I just thought, I want to learn a little bit more about that. So that's my ridiculously huge book haul. I really need to calm down on buying books, but I'm not going to promise that I will. But I am still reading a lot of books, and I have a huge bag of books to go back to the charity shop, so we're doing okay. That was Duke's tail, by the way. He's a bit restless today, he wants cuddles. So I will sign off now, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.